Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're all having a great. Hope you all had a great week almost. It's almost weekend, but welcome back to this new Ethereum video. We're going to do a full update on the price action over the course of the last 24 hours. We'll talk about the different possibilities here in general. I'm very happy to announce that if you watched my video yesterday, you would have been perfectly prepared for this. Now, I have to say the news yesterday that cryptocurrencies would be eligible for a 401k in the United States, which is some sort of a tax-free or at least limited tax retirement account, I believe. I'm not from the United States, but I think it's something like that. That certainly helps, right? So we got that news, and I think that's one of the key reasons. No, I don't think that was one of the key reasons why we had this high momentum move, right? Which also left an imbalance, which we partially filled, and this is a very good reaction to that fill, right? Because with that momentum, after the news, what Ethereum did is we broke above the value area high right here, and we got a very good retest, right? We got a relatively high volume retest, and we got a very aggressive retest. So far, look, what I told you yesterday, and in my last couple of videos, so I'm happy with that, right? Because that was the right call. What I said is that I think it's most likely that we're going to rally into 3,800, potentially 3,900, and then I think we're going to reject and drop back down into the range. This is what I said. Now, at this point of time, we're at that. We're at the end of the first stage, and that's that move up. So now, I have to be honest that I don't necessarily think anymore that we're going to get that retest or that rejection here and a reclaim back into the range. And that is because the circumstances have changed. All right, the circumstances have, the fundamentals around Ethereum and around crypto as a whole have fundamentally changed. All right, so then my thoughts also change. Now, do I necessarily think this is a real breakout? Because we had a breakout, right? This level right here at 3,800 or around that level at least is a significant level. We broke above that with quite a lot of volume, like the highest volume we've seen since the 24th of July, about 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, even though it's August. So you cannot ignore that. But for now, I do need to see a little bit more confirmation. All right, I need to see. We've had 1 day of strong momentum now. I need to see that push through. All right, so what I need to see is that I think we're going to reject a little bit here at least. And then I need to see a strong reaction right here from that level at 3,800, 3,750. I could also take a look at whether there's some more areas of interest down at that level which we could respect. Maybe some single prints or something like that. So give me a moment for that. My apologies for my nose, by the way. Yeah, so there's a single print at 3,750. That is the level where we need to get a strong reaction. All right, so when I'm talking about a strong reaction, I'm talking about a move down, spike into that level, high volume spike, and then a recovery above 3,800. All right, if we're able to get that, I think this is a real breakout, and I think we're aiming for 4,100, 4,200. I think 4,000 is too close. We're going to blow past that if we're going to get a good reaction. So watch that, all right? And as it stands right now, I will stick a little bit with my old analysis and say, but that's partially me being safe and me being conservative, because I don't want you all to lose money longing a risky breakout, because even though I think this could be a real breakout, it's still risky, all right? So I'm going to tell you, I think it's a little bit more likely that we will still pull back into the range right here. But like I said, like short term, I expect a rejection and a retrace here. But then it all depends on the strength of that level at 3,800, 3,750. So I'll keep you updated on that as well, but that is at least what I think you need to know for now. I'm leaning towards saying this is a little bit more likely instead of this. But I would argue that this has like a 60% chance of happening, and this is like a 40% chance of happening. All right, so I'll keep you updated on that. If this happens, I was wrong, whatever. You should be ready for both scenarios in general. So I'll keep you updated on that, but at least that's what you need to know for now. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.